So how are we doing, Paris? How are you today? I am very good. The sun is blazing bright. It's wonderful. I got rid of a lot of emotional crap this morning through the tears and snot. Um, and I feel really, really, really good. Hello, Paul Seraphim. Paris, that's because you don't check your messenger. And I have no other way to send you all messages, my dear. So I messaged you from your Facebook page or from my Facebook page, whatever. You all don't check your messages. All right, so what questions do you all have for me today? Bring it. So let me start. For those who don't know, my name is Catherine Hidalgo. I do phenomenal Shamanic Tarot Reading. I do them free every Tuesday to Thursday and on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Yeah. So make this your go-to source. What I'm gonna do also is I have to begin putting in a PayPal button for you all to donate whatever. I had an issue saying that, for you all to donate whatever you feel like. This is all free. So questions. Okay, Paris wants a general. Right. So this is the name of the deck, Dream Dust Shamanic Tarot. This is the back of each card. And all of the cards are portals. There are 78 in the deck with is it 21 or 22 major arcana cards, and the rest are minor arcana for those who are interested in those sort of details. The numbering, of course, the number of cards is based on the Rider-Waite deck, so it's a full deck. All right, for those who are interested in those details. So what does Paris need to know? Yeah, because my messenger, I don't use messenger. Okay, Paul, I don't use messenger except for messaging people, and I think so based on how you all feel free to send me, drop me a review recommendation on my Facebook page so that everyone will know how phenomenal my readings are. I mean, I'm phenomenal as well, Paris. All right, Paris, so what's up with you, girl? You're crossing swords with someone. You are feeling indecisive. Daggers, verbal daggers. Why? You gotta allow things to take their course, Paris. All right. So it's time that you call a truce with the person, or take a pause, take a break, and breathe. You need to face the situation, Paris, and accept that this is the way it is right now. You need to go tap into your intuition. While everybody on the planet is connected to their intuition, thank you, Paris. The issue is, because we women are emotional creatures, which just means, fellas, that we are more connected to our feelings. It's not that we don't see the whole picture, We are fantastic at that, and we can run rings around the guys. The problem is that women allow themselves to be brainwashed out of their intuition, and they start asking other people's opinions. No. You have your own internal guidance system, Paris. All of that to tell you, miss, that this is what you need to tap into to know the best course of action to take. Your third eye will always guide you. Your heart is your compass. And just remember that you do have 3 compasses, everyone. 1, you have your brain, okay? I should say we have three. Yeah, we have three compasses and we have three brains. You have the two brains here, the left and right. All right, the gray matter, the gray cells. Then you have your heart, which is your next brain, your second brain. All right? And then you have your gut, which is your third brain. Heed your intuition. Your intuition is your third eye. Sit in the quiet Paris and listen. If you are feeling too noisy and you can't sit still, just sit in the silence and listen, Paris. When it begins to be quiet, then you can ask a question. You're far too noisy inside and you're letting things pull you here, pull you there, and then, and then you get into sort of, like a ball of knitting wool, you tie yourself up in knots. That makes absolutely no sense. So 2 means the duality. This is the card. That's your card, Paris. So 2 is all about duality, the black and white, the yin and yang. Don't be walking around with your ass crack showing. I just saw a fella pass by like that, which means you are feeling exposed, Paris. This is a problem. No, this is your problem. It is time that you learn to communicate, young lady. You're not doing that. How is anyone going to know how you feel when you don't communicate, Paris? You have to say what you want. If you don't say what you want, you will not get it. No one will know. It's as simple as that. And you know who I learned that from? Madonna, when I heard her say that many years ago on an interview. And that stuck with me. Of course it makes sense. So blue is all about communication. And and wind, wind. It's a 2 of wind card, and the wind is stirring up things. You can see all the eddies, the flow of the wind on the card, the lines, and all of that is telling you that it's your thoughts. Your thoughts are your problem. Your thoughts are your problem, young lady. So then another card I get for you, Paris, is 6 of wind. You really got that mental flatulence going there, girl. That's no good for you. That's no good for you at all. You need balance, but apparently you also need family connection. You need to understand, Paris, that you are, Paul, I have not forgotten you. You need to understand, Paris, that you are in a time of transition. I think I mentioned this to you already there. You need to tap into your intuition. You need to sit in your heart space. What you are experiencing is a rite of passage. It is entirely up to you, Paris. If you go through it and you face and embrace and overcome the challenges, or if you fight against it. Fighting against it is not going to serve you in any way whatsoever. In fact, it's going to make it worse. But once you accept that you're in a time of transition and you decide to accept, to open, which means opening your heart space, then magic is going to happen. I heard the word music. Interesting. So let me say that. Music is going to happen. You will feel wonder as if you're seeing a brand new world. You can't try, Paris. There's no trying. There's no trying. Can you try to catch the wind? Can you try to pick up a piece of paper? Can you try to move something off the table? Can you try to pick something up off the floor? No, you cannot. You have to do. You have to do. So you better sing some more, girly. You have to do it. And you can find Was it you I told? Because if it's you I told about Rudy Hunter's releasing psychic energy, this tells me that you're not using it. This is something that you need to do every single day. You have no meditative practice. You have nothing to keep you centered and grounded and calm to be able to see a situation clearly and deal with it. You're not doing anything like that, Paris. And I don't know why you feel that things are just gonna go fine when in fact you are allowing your thoughts to wind you up, and you are allowing your thoughts to just run riot like a galloping horse that doesn't have a leader, and no one is handling the reins. It doesn't work, my dear. No one can allow energy not to affect them when they have no means of controlling it and getting it out of their system. Okay? So, it is time to let go of the past, Paris. When you do, you will feel much better. So if you like to sing, when you are feeling stressed, I strongly urge you to start singing. It doesn't matter what you sing. Alright, so Paul, is it Paul is his name? Yes, Paul Seraphin. Okay. Alright, so Paul, what does Paul Seraphin need to know right now for his highest good? Paul Seraphin. Paul Seraphin. What does Paul need to know? What does Paul need to know? What does Paul need to know right now for his highest good? I heard a her in there somewhere, Paul. Huh. Interesting. Is this someone using Paul's moniker? Because I just heard myself say, what does Paul need to know for her highest good? That's interesting. Alright, so Paul. Well, it's not that. Okay, alright, thank you, Paris. Alright, Paris. Paul. Paul, I get 5 of C for you. And 5 of C. Now, Paul, you don't feel like a male at all. Let me just say that. Okay? I'm not saying that you're a homosexual. I'm not saying that you're gay. But I'm not feeling a masculine vibe at all, because the men do feel different. Hello, Montana Zakir. I'll be with you right after this one. You are third in line, beautiful. Okay, so Paul, I get 5 of C for you. All right? And this is a number of change. Yes, Paul. Maybe, should I say Paula? All right, so 5 of C is saying the loss, the grief that you are feeling. Stop swimming in it. The sea is all about emotions. It is time to let it go. You see, like the figure that I'm seeing here? This figure has the arms open wide with the head, and it's just saying and being like an I am sort of thing, just communicating as above, so below, and just communicating. This is what this card is telling me. This is a card of loss, of change, of grief. The thing is, this is all part of it. It's part of life. Life is change. And what you need is to, once you let your heart, once you give your heart free rein, you have a very big heart, see, people tell you. Once you give your heart free rein, you let the hurt out. Then you can turn around and head to the hills. Not to hide. The mountains with that magnificent red horizon in the background has something to share with you. You will find your destiny there. You need to go further. Well, Paris, I will just resend it because I looked at it this morning and it said that it was not read. So, Paris, no worries. I will, I went to your Facebook page, Paris. I went to your Facebook page to do it. Well, no worries. So, Paul, look at this carefully. Yeah, I'm glad you like the card. You have a lot of guidance. You have a lot of guidance. That those are the yellow orbs. As I said, C means emotion. The five is what is beautiful. The 5 signals change, which is why, my dear Paul, you have to let the past go. You have to understand that nature has 4 seasons, and in Montana, I have not forgotten you. And in, you do have to wait, okay? I said you are next, so you do have to wait, Montana. Please do not repeat. Unless you have a specific question, Montana, please do not repeat your question. Thank you. Now, as I said, temperate countries, they have 4 seasons. All right? In tropical climates, like down in the Caribbean where I am, for instance, we have 2 rainy season and dry season. And both seasons are damn hot. But the point is, nature functions in cycles. Everything is never always up. It's never always down. It's always a flow. Just like the river, my dear. And you need to understand that the experiences that you are having, they are all part of life. I truly, truly, truly feel for you. It hurts. Let it out. Let it out. Really, don't hold it in. Write it out. Talk to people about it, and then let it go. You have somewhere to go. You cannot stay here where you are. You cannot stay stuck in this heaviness. Follow your heart. It will lead you precisely where you need to go. I can't see this clearly on the screen, but from the top to the bottom of this card, there's a pink overlay. It's very, very bright, and this pink, Paul, means heart communication. Heart communication, Paul. Follow your heart and the messages that you are feeling. Okay? All right. So, Montana wants love guidance. I don't know. I only just saw the question. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. So, Montana, I cannot answer I cannot help you until you are specific in what you mean by love guidance, because that is nonsense. All right? I am not a love therapist. I am not a counselor. I am not a marriage therapist. I am not a sex therapist. So you're very welcome, Paul. So I need to know, I need to have a clear question. Do you want a general reading on love in your life, Montana? Or do you have a specific question? For instance, I cannot answer a question that says I need health guidance. I'm not a counselor, I'm not a health expert. I cannot answer any question that says I want love guidance. And please, 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 Montana, do not come with a question like, does he love me or does she love me? Is he missing me or does she miss me? That is crap. I did not give you a meditation named Paris. What I told you was Rudy Hunter. You did not confirm. I cannot help you, Montana. I do not know what your fiancé thinks about you. And quite frankly, if that person is your fiancé, you need to be asking that person. So this is not sufficient. If you are new on this page, you will know that I don't accept these sort of things, because I always say, if you want to know what someone thinks about you, especially if it's your fiancé, lover, husband, you ask the person. Don't ask me if the person is missing you. Don't ask me if the person is thinking about you. This is supposed to be all about you, Montana. The questions must be all about you, nobody else. So if these are the kind of questions that you want, Montana and others, you need to go elsewhere, because I find them to be nonsense, lacking in substance, because you and all others who ask these type of questions are avoiding the issue, which is you. You need to be asking questions about yourself. I just said that. You need to be asking questions about yourself, because when you do not ask questions about yourself, you are refusing to face the fact of your life and the fact of where you are and how you are and your feelings, and asking questions about anybody else is a cop-out. Because if you are in a particular situation, you want to learn more about you in order to be able to handle, get deeper insight, take action on the type of situation that you find yourself in. You want to be a makeup artist, how will it be? You want to be a makeup artist, but have you even started the training, Montana? Have you begun any training? Have you already identified who you want to train with, or where you are going to train? Will you be doing it online? Will you be doing it in your city? All of these things, because that is the only way, Montana, that you can get a deep response, a profound response. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. And you're a woman. So let me tell you right now, you're letting women down, girl. You cannot afford to be this weak. You cannot afford to be living on social media. Social media has nothing of substance unless you are working, unless you have an online job, unless you are studying and things like that. So if you want to be a makeup artist, you should already have identified who you want to work with, where you want to work. That's not how it works, girl. If you are saving money, do you know how much a course in makeup artistry costs? If you don't know, then you're wasting your time saving money. So have you already looked and identified at least 5 different places, Montana, of companies, organizations online who are offering makeup courses? Have you done that? Because saving for it is a waste of time, as I said, if you don't know how much it will cost. Also, have you checked with these other folks to see if they have a payment plan so that you can pay monthly or installments, etc.? You haven't done that. So again, it's just an air pie. It's a pie made of nothing. It has no substance because you're not serious. Again, it's just pie in the sky. You have to decide what you want, and then you have to write down what you want, and then you have to write how you want to feel when you get it. You have to write where you want to do the training. You have to write how you see your new life. Montana, is it the only place Did you check out more than one place? I'm going to give you the reading, huh? Because I see you've done a little bit of work, but you have not done a lot of work. You've only checked one place, and as far as you are concerned, that's it. My dear, this is a virtual world. My dear, this is a virtual world. You can get makeup artist training online now. So you need to do your homework. You need to do your homework. Alright, so Montana wants to know how her makeup artist training will go. No, Montana wants to know if she will be successful as a makeup artist. Montana wants to know if she will be financially successful and if she will have lots of clients as a makeup artist. That is what Montana really wants to know. Let's see. All right, so you seem to be on the right path, but I got 2 cards for you, young lady. So I'll give you the heavy news first, and then the lighter news afterwards. And let me reiterate, Montana, you have a lot of options. As I said, this is a virtual world where you can do your training online. You need to have already checked out 5 different places. That's one. This business where you want to know what your fiancé feels about you, that's a challenge. One that you have to face. You are coming to the end of a cycle, because I get the 9 of Wind card for you. It is very chaotic. Things don't seem to be going well in your life right now. You feel as if you are fighting and pulling and tugging, and nothing is clear. You are feeling a lot of anxiety, a little bit of despair, but a lot of fear, because your mind is working overtime and you don't know how things will be. You don't seem to understand, like many others. You're talking absolute nonsense, Montana. You cannot say that you cannot trust online because there are a lot of scammers. What you are doing, you need to do your homework, because that is what everybody says, and it is total crap. Because if you know what you are doing, and if you get recommendations from other people, and if you do your homework, when you identify places that do makeup artistry online, you will find the right one where you can easily pay. You have not done that because you have already created a blockage by talking this bullshit about there are lots of scammers. My dear, there are scammers everywhere. There were scammers long before the internet. There are going to be scammers for the rest of our lives. There are scammers in the 23rd century, in the 30th century. There will always be people trying to take advantage of other people. So, you are pretending that you have an answer for everything, but actually, right now, what's happening with you, my dear, is that you are fighting with yourself. You are fighting through darkness. It's as if you are fighting in water, and you can't seem to hold on to anything at all in order to get your way clear. This is the answer. This is the first part of the answer to your question, Montana. And this is your problem. What you have to understand and accept is that this is a chaos card. You must dance with chaos, because this is the way the universe tests your mettle. It wants to identify and see which way you're going to jump. Are you going to work through the crap that you are experiencing right now to come out on the other side? Because right now it's as if you're in a dark room. There are lots of colors, but most of it is muted, but there are some patches of light. Are you going to fight your way through to the light, or are you just going to sit stuck and stay helpless? Because this is what this card is asking you to do. You have to dance with chaos in the dark. You have to decide what you want. You have to decide that nothing is going to get you down. You have to decide that you are prepared to overcome anything that stands in your way. That is your determination, and you have to decide it, my dear. So the self-doubt that you are experiencing right now, okay? The self-doubt that you are experiencing, Montana, I almost said Paris, so that's Paris as well, is fine as long as you accept, because that's what 9 of Wands says. 9 means that you're coming to the end of a chapter of your life. The wind part of the wind on the card says that it's your mind. It's your mind and your thoughts that are working overtime. And you are literally fighting with your thoughts. So you have to decide that you are absolutely determined. You are going to work through this issue, and you're going to come out on the other side in the light, because there is an open door of light waiting for you. Keep in mind the question, Montana. This is the next card. Interesting that it's now 9 of Earth. This is a beautiful card because, Montana, this is a card of victory for you. This is a card that says your horizon is bright. That's your horizon there. This is your prize. This 9 is saying that you're coming to the end of a chapter as well. But once you work through this, you will come to nature's green grass, full of accomplishments, and you will be able to see clear to the future that you want to create for yourself. 5 is the number of change. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is the number for structure. So you need to create a beautiful structure in your life that will keep you feeling solid at all times. This is a card that says you will accumulate wealth through creativity. So that's your makeup artist tree. That tells me also that you are very talented. You have a natural creativity in this area, because it's like art. If you are an artist already, I would suggest that you begin doing more of whatever type of creativity you are doing, but it feels like art, Montana. It's all gonna be wonderful, and everything is going to happen for you, Montana, through your creativity. And I'm hearing art, art, art. You do not have to wait to have all the money to start something. Don't wait. And every leader on the planet, every leader who is a teacher will tell you this. Don't wait. And you don't have the money to do makeup artists. Why can't you practice on friends and family? And if you're working on colleagues, start practicing. Have a weekend, have an hour or 2 hours on a weekend to practice makeup on them. You are very artistic. In addition to which, Montana, hello Sonia Khan. Hold on, Sonia. Sonia, do not type in more than once, please. Thank you. And consequently, Montana, practice on friends and family and colleagues. In addition to which, you have another type of creativity going for you, my dear. Because I am not too sure that the makeup artistry part is exactly the way to go, but you have another type of artistry going for you, and I strongly urge you to get working on that while you are saving to do your makeup artistry course. Okay, dear? Beautiful. All right. I hope that is clear, Montana. Sonia. Sonia, you need to stick to a question. You just asked me 2 different questions, and I find that quite irritating. Sonia, What exactly do you want? You just asked about love, and then you want to know what is developing in your life. Choose a question. I'll wait. What's the real question, Sonia? Otherwise, I'm going to give you a general reading. When you all come on here, you need to ask one clear question. And if you're not sure of the question, then don't put any. You're very welcome, Montana. Sonia, what do you want, girl? Do you want to know about the love in your life, or do you want to know about, you say any hope of regarding finding a new love companionship, and then you want to know what is developing in your life? Hello, Mira. All right, Sonia. All right, Sonia. Mira, I'll be with you shortly. Mira, I cannot give you any hints about finding a future husband. I don't know what is up with you women on this. Let me tell you all something. And I say this all the time. I want one too. I'm looking for a partner. I'm not looking. I want a partner. Sonia, I understand. I don't need the details. I'd never need anybody's personal details. Here's what I did, ladies. I sat down and I wrote down in detail the kind of man that I want in my life. I mean in detail, from his looks, to his age, to his wealth, to his characteristics of kindness, respect. I want, between us, I want us to have love, mutual respect, and there must be freedom between us. And then I wrote out all the other characteristics that I want him to have. Have any of you done that? You cannot get the kind of man with the characteristics that you want when you are not specific. I cannot emphasize this enough. You could get a crackhead. I just see two passing by there. You can get a crackhead because you say that you're looking for whatever. And that's the word. You're looking for whatever. Whatever is going to find you. You must be specific. Sit down. Hello, dear. I'll be with you, dear. There are two people in front of you. So, Sonia. Sonia wants to find love again. Ladies, heed what I'm telling you. Sonia. All right, Sonia. I hear that he's close. You do have a clear idea, actually, Sonia, of what you want. No, I'm not giving any information about... Mira, you misunderstood me. Mira, you have to decide the kind of man that you want. You have to decide the kind of man that you want. You have to decide what he looks like. You have to decide what age he is. Not me. Alright, so Sonia, I get a beautiful card for you. This gentleman is on his way to you, Sonia, because you do already, as I said, have a clear idea of what you want. But my dear, you need to fine-tune it, because the parts in your divorced man that you didn't like, you have not worked on that. So you need to be more specific in the characteristics. Never use not when you are writing out something. I don't want him to be like, no. It's I want, and you describe the characteristics that you want. You never use a negative, because that is going to bring exactly that to you. So this card, Sonia, is a card of celebration. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. Those are whirling dervishes. Beautiful, beautiful card. This is a card of prosperity. This is a card of security. This is a card of wealth. This is a card of nature and everything coming together for your highest good, Sonia. This is beautiful. It's a time of joy, wealth, and family. This is a gathering to dance and sing. So, Sonia, I don't know where you are in the world or what your culture is. Actually, I do know what your culture is. This is the celebration. So, all I would suggest for you, Sonia, is that you be a little more specific. No, be a lot more specific to round out the characteristics of the man exactly as you want him to be, and then let it go. And I mean, you know what he looks like now, you know the characteristics that you want in your life, and then you envision him every day coming to you. You see the two of you dancing, walking hand in hand. You're joyful, you're having conversations. I knew that, Sonia, you're having conversations and all of these sorts of stuff. Once you have that feeling and it feels right, you feel joyful and everything, that's it. Then you know he is on the horizon. You know he's going to come. You know you're going to meet. Remember that young love is fragile. That's the first thing. The next thing is just picture you. Once you have that feeling, just see yourself dancing every day, or see the two of you making love or something, because it is that connection, that energy that you are sending out to the universe that is going to bring him to you faster. All right, Sonia, that was beautiful. All right, Mira wants to know about love in her life. Mira. Mira is looking for a future husband. Sonia, you said you were divorced. If you're divorced, that's what I mean by the last man. Were you married to a woman? Not in Pakistan, honey. All right, so Mira is looking for a husband. Mira, what does Mira need to know about her search for a husband? All right, so Mira, I have two cards for you. The first card Mira, if any man, you're welcome, Sonia. Mira, if you have a boyfriend for 12 years and you are not married, and it is just the same old, I'm not asking, I'm telling you, it's just the same old, what nonsense are you telling me that you don't know if he's the one? He's just a comforter, a blanket to keep you warm at night because you are so desperate for a man. I would strongly suggest that you look further. You need structure in your life, Mira, that you don't have. You need to rest and recharge. You need to cleanse your energy, and you need to listen to wisdom from spirit. Go into meditation. There, things will become much clearer for you, and you will, all of these windy thoughts, mental flatulence I call it, mental farts, that's what's happening with you, Mira. You can't see clear. Your comforter, he might be keeping you warm at night, honey, but that's all he's doing. Nobody has a boyfriend for 12 years and nothing's happening. All right, Mira. So it is entirely up to you now to make a change in your life. The passageways are open. This card, this is 9 of C. It means that you're coming to the end of a chapter in your life, Mira, and this is the time to make the changes that you desire. The passageways are open, and it is now you to take the next step to go forward on your new journey. Communication is key right now because you're also not communicating. You are in a rut. You are stuck. Nothing's happening, Mira. So this is a card of victory and success. Wishes granted after turbulent time. Mirror, the time is now. Okay? So once you go through that passage, you take the next step, you're going to feel as if you are being naturally drawn forward into your new life. That's what's going to happen for you. I know the question was about your future husband, but these are the steps you need to take for that to happen. Yes, mental thoughts, that's right. All right, so Dia, okay, what does Dia need to know right now for her highest good? What does Dia need to know right now for her highest good? The mental fart is where we all get stuck, you know. Mental flatulence, yeah. And what happens is we just stay stuck there smelling it. Not good, you know. And then we probably are focusing on who did that? Who did that? Who did that? Not realizing that it's us. You know, we are doing it to ourselves with all those windy thoughts. It's the gas. It's the gas. Dear. All right, dear, my dear. You are going through a turbulent time right now, girl. I see. Let me pull another card for you right away. Ah, okay. So, dear, my dear. Dear or dear, I don't know how your name is pronounced, girl. 9 of wind. In fact, dear, you need to tell me you need to tell me, I'm not giving you any advice on whether or not to break up with anyone, Mira. You are an adult. Unless you were in a relationship with this man when you were 12, then that is called a pedophilia, which I doubt. So consequently, it's time to stand up for yourself and make a decision on your own. All right there? All right. Beautiful. So, dear or there, as I was saying. Well, actually, honey, we all have twin flames, you know. We all have twin flames. No, Mira, I'm finished. I'm not getting into that. It's time for you to take charge of your life. Whether the man is a foreigner or Filipino is irrelevant. Irrelevant. Do your work on yourself and take charge of your life. Right. All right. So, 9 of wind is the card I get for you, dear. This is a card of chaos. So you are obviously experiencing that in your life. It may not be obvious to others, so it's all emotional. And you have a nice and interesting shell that people bounce off of. Not many people can tell what's going on with you unless you share yourself with them. So no one knows that you're going through all of this anxiety and fear and depression. This is dancing in the dark with your thoughts, and they have gotten to such a place that I don't give advice, you know, Mira. I just say what I need to say, and then I give my opinion, which really probably ain't worth much. Actually, I shouldn't even call it opinion. To be fair, I shouldn't call it opinion. It's simply that these are the words that come because I want women, every single woman on this planet, to be able to stand up for herself, for her needs, to declare her wants, and to say, no, I will not. Stop all of these sorts of things. This is why I speak the way I speak, because anything less means you are giving away your power. And Mira, let me just give you one example of giving away your power. How could you ask me, a stranger, if you should break up with your boyfriend of 12 years? I have no say in that. That is not my business. I tell you what comes when I read the cards. That's it. All right. And then it's entirely up to you to do as you wish. So, my dear, or dear, you have to dance with chaos in the dark. That's just the way it is. However, if you notice, all the top here, there are colors and there's light. This is telling you that you are not alone and it's not all dark. You need to turn around and look for the light in whatever way it shows up for you. Perhaps it could be someone stretching out a hand to you. Take it, girl. Perhaps it's someone who says, hey, how you doing? Good morning. You look beautiful. Consider those things to be light. And if you can, my dear, or dear, I don't know how your name is pronounced, you should write it phonetically for me, my dear, please. What else have I told you that isn't here? Yeah, your mind is working overtime. That's why you're in that situation. All right? And it's the self-doubt in particular. It's the self-doubt in particular. I want you all to come participate in this new program that I have, It's amazing. It's 2 hours. Really, the investment is tiny. And it's life-changing because you will definitely have a breakthrough. Breakthrough guaranteed. All right, so the next card there is Four of Fire. This is a beautiful card. This is a beautiful card. I call this my dragonfly card. See? It's a beautiful, beautiful card. The four means you need to create structure in your life, dear. You're on shaky foundation right now. It is, dear. Okay, excellent. Thank you, dear. You're on shaky foundation right now, girl. Whatever it is has happened. It's got you a little bit wobbly. Create strong foundations you need. It's time to go out and celebrate life. The oranges in this card speaks of creativity. You need to start communicating more as well. And that communication must flow. It must flow through your intuition. Let your intuition, that's the purple on the card, let your intuition guide you as to what you need to say or how you need to respond to particular individuals. That's what I'm hearing, dear. To particular individuals, or there is a particular individual in where you need help. When you are not sure what to say, pause and allow the words to come in. Don't go to your brain. Pause and feel the words come in and flow out your mouth. That, young lady, is what you need. All right? So it is time for partnerships, harmony, and dear, I see marriage on the card for you, girl. That's interesting. It's this flame. Interesting that you asked about twin flame. I have to draw another card because of that. Hold on, dear. Dear, I don't remember if I sent you this message about the my Zoom info thingy on Wednesday, because I'm inviting everyone to attend. It won't be more than 15 minutes. It's just a Q&A for me to tell you all the price, to tell you all what's I shouldn't say price, because there's no cost. It's a tiny sample of my breakthrough spa, my signature product, and it's life-changing. This 2-hour session, guaranteed breakthroughs, You all don't want to miss it. So this will give you all the details because the first session is next week Saturday. All right, so dear, did I send you the information with the Zoom details? I think I remember we had a conversation and you said that you're in Norway or Denmark. And there's a what, an 8-hour time difference or 6-hour time difference. It's going to be on Wednesday, yeah, at 1 p.m. Eastern. Anyway, remind me if I sent you the information with the Zoom details. I want you all to attend to hear it. I will post the replay and then I will start talking about it leading up to next Saturday, leading up to Wednesday's session, because the very first session is on Saturday on Zoom. All right, so Dia, what does Dia need to know about her twin flame? Okay, what does Dia need to know about her twin flame? Dia. Wow. Woo. Okay. All right, this is a beautiful card. Wind horse. Wind horse. That's nice. After all the I'm getting a lot of wind cards today. Yeah. All right, so wind horse. That's like a rainbow. That's like a rainbow. Here's the card. This is the last reading for today. All right, this is a magnificent card. Oh gosh, I love it, love it, love it. It's a rainbow. It's moving fast. It's streaking across the horizon without care. Girl, you have such strong opinions and you want them to be heard. I love that. You are so determined. This is typical of the horse. The horse, once it gets in its stride, just bullets forward. You know, like the Japanese bullet train, and nothing can stand in its way. Look at this card. I want you to absorb this picture, this painting. That's what it is, a painting. You are full of energy and life, and you intend to succeed no matter what is at stake. Nothing can stop you. You have strong focus, and spirit is going to help you get things in order. That is not a problem. And the pot of gold, my dear, awaits you at the end. The question is, sorry, I was minding somebody's business in the road there. The question is, my dear, what are you willing to risk in order to get what you want? What are you willing to risk in order to get what you want? And do you have a plan to get it, dear? This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Just one tiny warning. Be mindful of others as you charge ahead. Now, what does this have to do with do you have a twin flame? The answer is yes. You intend to meet this person. You intend to engage. All of that is fantastic. Try not to step on anybody's toes or crush anybody's feet. That's what this is telling you. It's saying basically it has caught your energy and it's charge ahead. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So keep that determination in mind. It is all a go. All right? Okay. So on that note, my beautiful souls, this was an interesting reading today. Beautiful souls. I'm gonna say ciao.